In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show.
What is up, everybody? Happy Thursday. I had to double check. Happy Thursday. This is the Two Buck Sports Show brought to you by FanDuel and Grind City Brewing. I had to come down here to be live on location today, Drew, for something we're going to see here in just a second. So I thought I'd tap in with you here. And I got my guy, Uncle Buck, a.k.a. Drew Gann, a.k.a. Power Ranger, hanging out with me today, man. How's it going, Drew?
It's good. It's weather's going to get up to like 78 today. I mean, it feels like springtime. I'm a big fan.
It's so nice. It's so nice here in Memphis, man. It's sunny. It's beautiful. Like it feels like spring has sprung. It feels like baseball season is what it is.
Yeah.
And Mississippi State's got a huge weekend. I'm sure we'll get to tomorrow. But yeah, man, it just feels good that like these are the nice days. I enjoy some of the colder weather. I hate the hot weather, but like this is why you live in this area. Is days like today.
Oh, listen, everybody says they hate hot weather until they come out of the cold. I've never been that guy. I will never despise hot weather. I'm not built for layers. We've been through this several times. I would much rather be in shorts and flip-flops, and if I'm too hot for shorts and flip-flops, then I can deal with it.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite, man. I can put on more clothes. There's only so many I can take off before somebody's calling the police or something's happening. So give me the cold weather. Because like once I start sweating, I don't stop. And so like days like today are fine. This is fine.
You're not alone. You just deal with it. And life is about what you can deal with, what you can live through. I can live through the heat. I cannot live through 10-degree temperatures. I won't do it. I won't just sustain life outdoors if it is really cold outside. But when it comes to baseball season, the summer, travel ball, going to amusement parks, like that's stuff you do when it's 100 degrees and you can keep doing it. You don't keep doing anything if it's cold outside. You go inside.
No. You give me a fire pit, you give me like a Mr. Buddy heater, and I can do whatever I want to do outside. I can get warm.
What you're doing is just making it warmer.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit. So I ain't trying to get in 100-degree heat.
I think you're telling me you can't deal with it either because it's
I could be out there in it all day.
Yeah, if I can have some heat.
There's a difference in a heat source that I can walk away from and the heat source being the sun is too close and I'm melting on the sidewalk. All right.
Yeah. No,
what a great segue for things that we deal with in life. I'm at Grind City Brewing today because we have a message for all Grizzly fans out there that we wanted y'all to see. Audio kicks in just a second. Are you or a loved one struggling with the Grizzlies' tanking season? You may be entitled to compensation. This Friday night, here at Grind City Brewing, the Grizzlies are facing the Dallas Mavericks, and anytime they're losing, beers are just $3. See you there. This Friday night, $3 beers. We are cheersing the tank. There's a better version coming out on social media here in a little bit, but due to licensing, we couldn't play the song that's on it. Y'all watch your socials around noon. It's going to be incredible. But yeah, $3 beers Friday night as the Memphis Grizzlies take on the Dallas Mavericks. I'll be here. Kenny will be here. I believe Jared's going to be here. All of y'all come hang out with us. It's going to be a great weekend of cheersing the tank, hopefully cheap beers. And if last night's any indication, Drew, I think we will do a good job of keeping beers at $3.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if there's one team that, again, we decide we're going to tank, and we just keep running into teams that are tanking better than we are, and Dallas is one of them so far.
Yeah.
Dallas has just won absolutely nothing in a long time. I don't remember what their record was. I think they're like 1-9 in the last 10.
We are tied with them.
Okay, so this is playoffs for tanking position.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow night against the Mavericks.
Absolutely.
This is playoffs.
This is playoffs for the tank, and y'all need to be here at Grind City Brewing for that. But speaking of, we ran into a team last night that was just better than us, and they're not even healthy. They're not even all that much better than us from if we're healthy, they're not that much better than us, but they beat the crap out of us last night. So everything is going according to plan, Drew, as the Memphis Grizzlies got just pummeled last night by the Golden State Warriors in our continuation of disaster for Debansta, collapse for Cam, whatever you want to call it. It was ugly last night, Drew, like truly an ugly basketball game.
I turned on that game and I was like, oh, Steph's not playing. Draymond's not playing. Obviously, Jimmy Butler's knees blown out. I look and it's like Pajimski and Pat Spencer, Gui Santos, Austin Post, which is not his real name. Austin Post is Post Malone, but I don't know Post's actual first name. But
I'm pulling it up.
Malone, and I'm just like, how in the world are we this bad? That's a team that should win negative games.
They should be taking wins away from us.
Pajimski. I mean, Al Horford scored his 25,000th point or something, and it's like, what do we do? Like, that team sucks.
Quentin Post. Quentin Post. Yeah, I mean, just listen, that's a bad Warriors team, but the Grizzlies are somehow worse. You know, Kyle Anderson out for personal reasons last night. Don't know what those are. I think he might just be personally offended by this basketball team is what it is.
The reason is because I hate this place.
You can't fire without cause, Michael. I do have cause. It is because I hate this place.
It is.
And like I mean, listen, there are takeaways. GG was great again last night, 24 points in 26 minutes. Ty Jerome, 22 points in 24 minutes. But other than that, Walter Clayton Jr., not a good basketball player. Rupert,
easy.
not a good basketball player. Like, just
you're gonna write the book on Walter Clayton already?
Have you watched him?
I don't care. have we not made this extremely clear? Like, this is GG season here.
Yeah.
If we're going to say that GG is turned a page because we suck, we can't say that Walter Clayton Jr. is awful because we suck.
No, you can, because GG is turning a page and being good despite of the circumstances. Walter Clayton Jr. is contributing to the suck.
Because of the circumstances. That's what proof is. That's what the previous years have shown us, is that it's because
we just talked about this yesterday. We turned the page with GG.
I'm just saying, I'm not going to write the book on Walter Clayton Jr. yet.
I haven't seen a lot that gives me hope.
Again,
let's just put it that way.
He is a point guard on a team who has no players that are competent basketball players. So outside of GG Jackson, okay.
And he went 1 of 8 last night from the field. Yeah. He just struggles. I don't care. And then watching him in space, watching him play, I just don't love the way he moves. I'm just not a great player. I just don't think he's a great player.
Couldn't care less.
Anyway,
I'm holding my stock. There's nothing this season that will make me hate Walter Clayton Jr. because I know the situation we're in. We just talked about yesterday how we have just decided we're playing the whole season without a center. Like,
Yeah, well,
that's
on
doesn't
purpose
matter.
because King Meeks just brought that up. Like how do Mo Bamba signs a 10-day deal with the Jazz? That's because it's on purpose. Like we don't want a center. We're going to go as long as we can until Adam Silver picks up the phone without a center. Like Kyle Anderson, Omax are your centers. Jemai Mashak is one of your centers until Adam Silver makes us sign a center. This is by design, 100%. Like,
Well, that's an interesting development to hang out on the Utah front for a minute, unless you want to continue breaking down the Grizzlies.
No, listen, that's enough about the Grizzlies. Grizzlies are terrible. Come out tomorrow night to Grind City Brew. We'll talk about it. But Drew,
take it off the screen.
Are we talking about? Hang on. Are we talking about Adam Silver coming out of Arkham Asylum? Dun, dun, dun. ChatGPT helped me turn Adam Silver into a Batman villain as he swoops into Utah and is going to send in independent doctors. ...
Yeah.
For Lauri Markkanen's MRI. For those of you uninformed, Lauri Markkanen hurt his hip and ankle in practice. I'm not convinced that a Utah Jazz team member didn't hit him with a bat or throw some marbles or Legos under his feet and made him fall. But they're scheduling an MRI, and immediately Adam Silver comes out of Arkham Asylum and says, I'm sending independent doctors to make sure there's no tomfoolery afoot here in Salt Lake City.
It's like, having your test proctored. Like you get in trouble for cheating, and then it's like, okay, now you have to take the test, and the teacher's going to sit right beside you. That is what Adam Silver's doing right now. And there is an absolute war on tanking. And because of the track record of Utah, they are going to be the ones that get away with nothing. Maybe the Grizzlies can fly under the radar because this is a new development. They haven't been actively tanking for a year or multiple years the way that Utah has. And so the Grizzlies may be able to just fly under the radar, not have to address the fact that we are playing NBA basketball in the year 2026 without a single player over 6'5". Okay.
I just don't think he's noticed yet. I don't think he's noticed yet.
But this is an absolute war on tanking, and the Jazz are the cartel.
100%. Shout out, man. Welcome back. David Owens said Tanya Harding got him in the locker room. Incredible, David Owens.
Tanya Harding's boyfriend. Okay. Yeah. Tanya didn't know about it.
They're right. Exactly. And I saw this morning on X, there was a Jazz fan when Yahoo Sports announced and said the NBA is sending independent doctors to verify Lauri Markkanen scheduled MRI. He quote tweeted it and says, well, the Jazz should announce they are sending an independent accounting team to inspect and verify the draft lottery selection process.
Hey, fair. I mean, they do send representatives into the draft lottery, so you can choose the representative. It wants to be an
They need to examine the lottery balls for magnets is all I'm telling you. Go look inside the machine real quick. Look for magnets.
It would be so funny if like the NBA Players Association or the owners all banded together and was like, before you turn the lottery machine on, we're going to take one of those comically large magnets that are in the U shape, just like you would see in the cartoons, and we're going to stick it to the side of the lottery ball machine and see which ball magnets to us.
Yeah, exactly. Like you would get a lot, I'm sure.
And again, I still think Rusty thinks that all these lottery balls have like teams' logos on them, and they're not. They are numbered, and every team uses the same numbers. It's the order in which the numbers come up.
There's a way. Like I'm just telling you, man. Like
I don't know. How, Rusty says, I don't know how, but there it is. I swear something's going on in the lottery room. I can't say what, I can't say how, and I can't say who, but I swear.
But something's happening. Speaking of this, Man says, I hope Adam Silver sends some independent doctors to reevaluate all the Grizzly players' injuries. We should be getting an update on Zach Edey this week. This was the week he is supposed to be reevaluated. And just prepare thyselves for the coming of the Lord, and he's going to say 4 to 6 more weeks.
Yeah, there is. And the thing is, this is such a precarious situation. Like, there is nothing that Adam Silver can do to prove, unless he assigns a team doctor and we go the full communist healthcare route where you are assigned a physician that reports directly to the president, the head czar of the NBA. Like, that's just, it's not possible. And there are obviously, like, the Memphis Grizzlies have been on the forefront of this mindset of we're going to take our freaking time with these injuries. I don't care how good we are, how bad we are. We, as an organization, choose to be paranoid and scared to freaking death of re-injury. Therefore, we will not play our players many minutes. And if they do, if and when they do, we are going to make a 2-week injury last 2 months. And that's a philosophy, and it's not an x-ray. So what do you do? Do you tell Zach Kleiman? Do you tell what's his name at Utah?
Will Hardy or
Danny
Ainge?
Ainge. Do you tell Danny Ainge, like, hey, you are not allowed to be cautious with your injuries? Like, how do you police that?
So at least the Grizzlies have been consistent, and I think that helps our calls a little bit. We were doing this when we were good. We were doing this before we were trying to tank. So there's not like a huge paradigm shift for us where we're all of a sudden slow rolling injuries. Like, buddy, this has been going on for a while. And so it makes it a little harder to navigate that for Adam Silver because it's not a sudden change in philosophy for us.
I wish the Grizzlies would get hammered with punishment. What are you talking about? This is the bane of my existence, is the slow rolling and safety precautious injury management theory that we're operating under. Like, no, I think that and maybe it's just Ja Morant is spoiled it for the whole team, but like, there should be a set of criteria. If you roll your ankle and it's a grade 2, you should be able to miss 2 weeks. After that, we're going to come in and be like, now, why in the world do you think this should take 2 months? Okay. ACLs, you get a season. Okay.
It's almost like there should be protocols and standards of care for sports injuries. Oh, wait, there are. As a doctor of physical therapy, I can tell you there are clinical guidelines that of like, here's how you should progress. Here's how a grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Now, everybody heals a little bit differently, but there is a standard of care of how it should progress. And what the Grizzlies are doing is they're living in that gray area of everybody heals a little bit differently. Like, Steven Adams has a PCL tear. He's out for 2 years. Cedric Calvert, we're going to reevaluate in 4 weeks. Like, they're living in that gray area.
Yeah. And so I think that the Grizzlies should be audited and hammered accordingly, and hammered so severely that it halts this train of thought that they're on. I hate the slow rolling of injuries. You can play a little gimpy.
James Harden's playing with a broken thumb.
We just baby all of our players and their injuries and health so much that they are not allowed the opportunity to play through it and get stronger.
It came out today that James freaking Harden is going to play through a fractured thumb. Like, it can't be done. Like, if he was a Memphis Grizzly, he would be shut down until next March. Like, that's just, it's a philosophy across the organization, and it's highly annoying because, like you said, we do this year after year and guys get a little banged up, and instead of playing through it and going out and developing some toughness, we treat them all like they're just little babies, like little toddler Grizzlies that can't get out there and bump their knee and scrape their knee. Like, I understand the big injuries, like a PCL tear for BC and Steve-O, but these little ankle rolls and shoulder sorenesses and stuff that we've seen, it like, give me a freaking break, man. Like, I would say, hey, Grizzlies, call me because I can help with that. But I would want these guys to get back to playing quicker than what the Grizzlies are. So I'll never fit no, absolutely.
No, I mean, listen, I was raised old school parents in the South. It was like, rub some dirt on it, quit crying unless it's broke. I mean, my daughter, it just turned 4. Last year, she fell off the monkey bars and screamed that her arm was hurting. And I was like, you're fine. And I told Haley, who likes to freak out over it, and I was like, she's fine. She's bruised it up. She landed on a little spongy ground. Those little old recycled tires they use as bases for these playgrounds. She landed on that from like 3 feet. I mean, she falls all the time. Yeah. And I was like, she's fine. If she wakes up and it's sore tomorrow, we'll consider going to looking at it. And we took her the next morning. She had a broke arm. Like, I'm just like, that's just me. It's like, let's not assume that because Cedric Coward's a bad example. He's obviously being held out, but like, let's not assume that Ja Morant comes up with a pulled hamstring that if he plays, his leg will fall off, because that's how they treat it.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Like it's a terrible, terrible team philosophy, and one that has driven us into the cellar of the NBA. And I just saw this from Bleacher Report. They ranked every current starting five for the NBA. The Pistons, the Thunder, the Hornets got A+, the Spurs, Heat, and Cavs, T-Wolves, 76ers are A's, Knicks, Celtics, Magic, A-, Raptors are B, Lakers, C+, Mavericks, who we play Friday night, C+, Bulls, Pelicans are the D's, Bucks, Pacers, Wizards, D-. The Kings, the Nets, and the Jazz are all in F. And then asterisk, Grizzlies, somewhere between C- and F is literally what it says because it changes so much. We don't know who it's going to be.
That means it's an F. What are you talking about?
That means it's an F. Like, don't give us credit here. Don't feed the narrative. We are an F, a big old fat one too, not one that you can change into an A after the fact.
Whoever wrote that article, I would like to ask them one question. Who on our bench being injected into this lineup would make it a C? Because I would argue that nobody would.
Not a single player. I mean, Zach Edey. Zach Edey definitely would.
He's not playing.
No.
I'm not taking him into consideration in the slightest. Yeah. Him and Ja are not playing the rest of the year. I don't care what anybody says or what kind of conjecture it is. They're just not. Yeah. So outside of that, Kyle Anderson's out. If he plays, we're a C. No, we're not. We're still an L.
We're not.
This is a team full of failures.
Yeah, and speaking of that, did you see Pat Spencer's comments after the game last night that Drew Hill tweeted out?
No, I didn't.
So basically, they asked Warriors guard Pat Spencer about his brother playing for the Grizzlies, and he says he watches every single Grizzlies games, so he doesn't love the team's circumstances. And he made an interesting point that based on how games become essentially a showcase for bottom tier teams as of late, it can negatively impact perception of some team first players like Cam. And his quote was, talking about Cam, "It will be a battle for him mentally as much as anything. But I just know how he plays. He plays the right way. He won't let it get to one-on-one isolation bad basketball. He'll continue to play the right way. But I think the hard part is there are a lot of guys like him who maybe this team circumstance would be their only opportunity to play. So you see those players in an AAU type environment, and you probably wouldn't appreciate what they bring to the table. I remember watching Cam play AAU, and it was an effing nightmare. He will play the right way, and unfortunately, it probably won't lead to a ton of success right now with this roster." So Pat Spencer sees through it that what we're talking about, where you go out and you have these really bad teams, it develops really bad habits, and it's hard for those players who are playing for the name on the front of the jersey to coincide with tanking efforts.
Did you mean to put the best of beef thing up here?
No, I meant to put the
let's say we getting into this. Okay.
I don't know how that got switched around, but somehow it did.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, because when your season devolves into a race to the bottom, the natural instinct is to protect yourself and your own values. And that, in my opinion, is how you got rookie year Gigi that lit the world on fire. It just devolved, and it set Gigi back for 2 more seasons after that. It's because it devolves into, if the team's going to suck, I'm going to look like the bright spot. And it becomes a bunch of 1-on-5s, just 5 teams of 1 playing a team of 5 that's good and successful and trying to win. And if you take Cam Spencer, he's just not wired that way. So if he's not going to go out there and say, like Gigi did 2 years ago, says like, okay, we're going to lose, I'm going to get mine, then he's going to just look like trash, because he's trying to play in a team top environment in which there is no team top environment to play, because nobody else is playing that game anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And that's hard to develop good basketball team habits, to develop a good team down the road. And we see that. Like, you look at the Celtics, right? And the Celtics are a team that perennially tries and plays hard and wins. So even this year, with half of their good players gone or hurt, they're still the second best team in the Eastern Conference. Then you take a look at a team like the Jazz, and the Jazz are going to be a very interesting experiment over the next couple of years, because they have some really good players, but they've never learned how to win. Lauri Markkanen has never played a full NBA season, go out there, hoop, play hard. And so I don't think it's a thing you can just hit a button and all of a sudden next year the Jazz are going to be one of the 4 best teams in the Western Conference.
No,
because a lot of these dudes have never understood how to win. And that's the thing you have to learn, and you have to play in a team environment. And so the Grizzlies tanking, we don't do it often. So I'm hoping that we get the right guys in this draft. Is short-lived for us. But you look at the Jazz, the Kings, and the Wizards, and they're just perennially losers because they never learn how to win because they tank over and over again. I'm curious to see what the Jazz will look like next year if they can actually turn it around.
Yeah. I'm a firm believer that if you tank for as long as you do and purposely lose, as long as you do, the only way that you can cure it is to overhaul your roster. Like at some point you just have to start over. And you look at like what Charlotte's doing now. Like the players that are awesome for them in their turnaround is not LaMelo Ball. It's like Brandon Miller and like and they just LaMelo is not the reason why they're doing great. LaMelo is being a hindrance.
He's running over people in the streets.
Oh, dude, he's awful.
No, it's the Colin Knipples of the world, the Brandon Millers of the world, the guys they brought in are helping change that culture. And, Lauri Markkanen has been there for a while. Keontae George is playing better, but like Ace Bailey has been in this Lauri Markkanen has been in this losing environment for the last couple of seasons. Jaren has been a lovable loser here in Memphis. Like, I don't know that all of a sudden you're going to inject all this talent. On paper, they should be good, but you've got to go figure out how to win. And I just don't know that Utah has ever done that, not in a very long time, not since the Donovan Mitchell teams. It's going to be hard for it to turn around.
And, David made a good point a minute ago when we were talking about Cam Spencer, and I don't know why we wouldn't put Walter Clayton in that. Although the second sentence in here is that he probably just sucks. I disagree with that because David said exactly what I was thinking, was like the team sucks. There is no team environment, and the point guard is the one that's going to suffer from that. That's the Cam Spencer argument. So I don't know how you agree with that and then say he sucks because we haven't seen him like on a good team yet. But I think my point being Walter Clayton and Cam Spencer aren't dissimilar in this. We're going to lose and not even try to like put players on the court that are good.
I mean, maybe we'll see. He's definitely gonna get an opportunity. We'll see. King Meeks is asking for a consistent starting 5, buddy. That's just not going to happen. Like, it's just not. Yeah. Like, we're like, again, this, and I'm not trying to be like looking down my nose, but the sooner we can embrace the fact that that's not going to happen, that we're not going to have a cohesive unit, we're going to have players playing out of position without a legit big man, like these things are going to continue to happen for the next 24, 25 games, whatever we got left. It ain't going to change. And the sooner we can embrace that as a franchise, the sooner we can get through this tank together. And it'll help if you come out tomorrow night, have $3 beers with us here at Grind City Brewing. Anytime the Grizzlies are losing tomorrow night, $3 beers. If they're tied or ahead, it goes back to regular price. So come hang out, embrace the tank with us. It's going to be a fun night here at Grind City Brewing. And make sure you come have a few brews with us to get through the rest of the rest of this season together.
Yep.
But real quick, we're going to head to a brief commercial break. On the other side of this commercial break, LeBron is retiring to be the face of the Las Vegas franchise without a farewell tour? I don't think so. Stick with us on the other side of this commercial break. We'll talk about that and much more.
In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. I know it's difficult to have this conversation because we really don't know, but what are your expectations going into this season? Like,
I don't even know what to expect, honestly, and I'm worried. I'm worried that if something, if we come out and Huff goes 8-5, people are going to be pissed off. But I'm like,
they absolutely will be pissed off.
I know there will be people for certain. Literally, the entire football program is brand new. I have to keep reminding myself that.
It's so weird because I want to have really high expectations because everything coming out of the Memphis football program right now is top tier, top notch. Everything is being done the right way. It is awesome what's happening over there. Should we expect a championship in his first? That would be absurd for him to come in and win an American Conference championship his first season. It'd be absurd.
It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. Tune in to Tigers Untapped with your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. This Friday, it's game time at Grind City Brewing. Join us for the ultimate Grizzlies watch party. Big screens, big energy, and even bigger deals. Because when the Grizzlies are losing, the beers are winning. That's right. Every time the Grizzlies fall behind, beers drop to just $3. We call it Cheers for the Tank. Grab your crew, raise a glass, and ride every run, comeback, and heartbreak together. Grind City Brewing this Friday. We'll see you there. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles.
Welcome back to the $2 Sports Show, Thursday edition of the show. I am Uncle Buck. I've got Rusty here with me. We are the $2. This is our show on Bluff City Media's YouTube X page, Rusty's Facebook page for his grandparents. So if you want to help us out, please like the stream, like the feed, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I don't know whether it's a stream, a feed, or a video, so I said all three.
Sure.
Subscribe, retweet, hit the bell, turn on the notifications. We'll let you know anytime Bluff City Media is live, and you should watch all of them.
Yeah, they're great shows. You saw some of them in the commercial there. Really, really great shows, great content covering all things Grizzlies, Tigers, SEC, buffoonery on our show, post-game bounce live after every Grizzlies game. The only one in the city that lets you get your takes off, and we interact with you in the comments. And we're brought to you proudly by FanDuel, the official odds provider of Bluff City Media. And tonight there are some games that do impact the Grizzlies and just some other games. If you want to go win a few doll hairs over on FanDuel, the Heat play at the 76ers tonight. The Sixers are a 2.5-point home favorite. In a game that directly impacts the Grizzlies, the Rockets are a 3-point favorite in Orlando. We are all Team Rockets tonight. Go beat the Magic. It'll help us with that lottery pick. And then in the ultimate tank fest, the Kings and the Mavericks. Would love for the Kings to get a win tonight over the Mavs. That would help us go ahead and move fully into 7th best odds for the lottery. But I think we'll take care of that tomorrow night, and y'all need to be here at Grind City Brewing with me. And then the Timberwolves face the Clippers, 5.5-point favorite for the T-Wolves in LA. As the Clippers, we're not even sure what they're doing. They're not even sure what they're doing. We'll see how that one plays out, Drew. But speaking of plays out, I hate to even talk about this on here because I have such LeBron fatigue that it's unbelievable.
You don't hear much out of him, do you?
Yeah, not really. Not on ESPN or anything. Not at all,
No,
right?
Never.
Well, speaking of, it is coming out that LeBron is kind of a front runner to maybe be the face of the new Las Vegas franchise in a front office type role, be a GM, an owner, a president of basketball, whatever that is. It looks like LeBron is going to have some vested interest, probably as an owner of the Vegas franchise. And so some are speculating that he's going to retire this year so that he can go do that and get the groundwork laid and the funds raised, him and his agent from Clutch Sports. But Drew, there is not a world in any world, Dr. Strange can attest to this, not a single world where LeBron James is going to retire without massive fanfare, pomp, and circumstances on a retirement farewell tour.
I would tend to agree with you that there's no way that LeBron James is just going to ride off into the sunset, leave the Los Angeles Lakers just to be out of sight, out of mind until a Vegas team comes about, and then he will be known as the owner in the box or, courtside or whatever, and you're not going to get that. However, the way that I can almost believe it is, what is the alternative? Okay. LeBron James, he's 42 years old now.
Something like that.
It's clear he's not going to be a Laker next year. Cleveland is has one of the most expensive rosters in sports. And so where does he go? What does he do? Do you think that just for a farewell tour, he would sign on for a vet minimum contract at, Cleveland, or does he go try to get what he's always gotten what he's worth? He's always opted out of his contracts until the last one so that he can get years added on. So does he go to a team that has the cap space that can afford him to make a reasonable salary, just so he can have a retirement tour? Just pick a team. Say
the Grizzlies. Would you take him in Memphis? Because we'll have the cap space.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good idea. You put LeBron James, you think he'd rather go to Memphis just so he can have that pomp and circumstances, you called it. I don't really buy that either.
Yeah.
So if the options are, because I can see him going to Cleveland. I can see him staying in LA for one more year. I don't think either of those are legitimate options given the financial stranglehold, and LA just wants to move on.
Yeah. And LeBron is not going to go to a contender. There's not a team like San Antonio or OKC or probably not Cleveland or Detroit that's going to risk messing up, slurping a young up-and-coming culture that's really good and on the cusp of a championship just to get LeBron James for a farewell tour. The only options are going to be bad teams, and A, LeBron's not going to want to go to a bad team. B, he's not going to go anywhere for a vet minimum. Like you said, he's going to want to get paid. And so it is quite the conundrum. What is going to happen?
And C, why would the Grizzlies want to do that? Why would they want to forsake a season to be LeBron's vehicle on his tour to his sideshow?
100%.
I don't see, and maybe Brooklyn would. What else does Brooklyn have? What else is Brooklyn living for at this time? Or
the teams that probably would be like Brooklyn, maybe Sacramento, because that sounds like something they would do.
Yeah.
The Wizards to pair him with AD and Trey one more time. That feels like a Wizards move. But none of those teams are going to be teams that LeBron's going to want to go to because they're going to be bad. And
so the reason why I find some validity to it is because it does give him a little bit of, his attention. He gets his attention from the time he walks off the court in the end of the playoffs for the Lakers. He will immediately put on a Las Vegas Gamblers hat or a Las Vegas Ponies hat, whatever, and become the face of the Las Vegas team. We all know that that's going to happen anyways. That's been 100%. Talked about for a decade. So that's going to happen. And so the show becomes, what's LeBron going to do with his team in Vegas? Is he a player owner? What does LeBron do? He does not have – it's never been hard for him to find a shtick to market and to get into the media.
100%. And with the ability of the rumors going around is Eric Pincus from Bleacher Report wrote an article talking about it, that there's a rumor going around the league that he'll be the face of the NBA's expansion team in Las Vegas. One line of thinking that keeps coming up is he might retire, and Rich Paul of Clutch Sports might sell the rest of his agency to the United Talent Agency. And with that financial backing, then they might look to step into ownership type roles for the Las Vegas franchise. Makes a ton of sense. It's a financially savvy move for LeBron to stick around the game, to make some money, to be able to own this team and help build something from scratch. But he's not going to do it without a farewell tour. I would imagine that if that's going to happen, these last 20-something games are going to get real squirrely with him trying to milk this thing for all it's worth, get the meetings at half court to get the gifts like Chris Paul got a couple of years ago. Like, that's what it feels like this could be.
Yeah, and you may be right. Listen, LeBron has never not gotten appreciated. LeBron has never not gotten any headline he wanted, and for the most part, I mean, it's been LeBron positive for 25 years now. So like, I don't know that he's going to go like, I don't know that he is going to demand a reunion tour. You know, like I can't remember who, like Jeter got one in which when Derek Jr. In his farewell season for the Yankees, he got a bat and had a big pregame ceremony the last time he went to every Major League Baseball park. Like,
right.
I don't know that that's something that he's dying to be, because I mean, he's been appreciated. Like, he's got 4 championships. 4 championships. Like, I don't know. I think that this is a move that is this is the first time in his life where he is not going to be highly sought after and have multiple suitors when it comes to as a player. And so then does he hide himself from ever being exposed as a player that's not wanted and just exit and become LeBron James, the owner, which I think is something that would be extremely beneficial for him in his own eyes.
Yeah. And it'd be on brand. And I think that that's something that he will ultimately do. Last thing before we get out of here, as we start to land this plane and wrap up the show, might be a little shorter today, but in college basketball news from last night, did you see what happened to St. John's against UConn last night? What UConn did to them?
I saw where they missed their last 24 shots in regulation or something like that.
They went the final 17 and a half minutes without a single bucket. UConn turned their water off. They quit shooting the ball. It was tied for the lowest output by a Rick Pitino team of all time. 40 points last night. Going the final 17-56 without a single bucket. That is wild.
What's crazy is that's the second time I've seen that happen in the last 2 weeks, because I tuned in to women's college basketball. I guess it was last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, because Ole Miss women's basketball is really good. You know, they've got a top 15 team or whatever. They were hosting LSU, who was a top 5 team, and Stephen A. Smith, after all of his slander about Ole Miss and thinking that black people wouldn't like Oxford despite never being there, was challenged by the Ole Miss women's basketball coach, who is a black woman, to come. And so he was her personal guest at the games. I was like, I'm going to turn it on. This is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Ole Miss led the whole game. And in the fourth quarter, they play quarters in women's. So it's like 10-minute quarters. For the last 8 minutes, they did not make a single shot from the field. It was the most wild thing I've ever seen. Like, and they were open shots. There were layups. They did not make. They finished the game on a basketless streak, nothing but free throws.
Wild.
And lost. I've never. I was just watching at some point. And I was like, I've just got to keep watching this to see if they're going to finally make one. Yeah.
At that point, you're just rooting for something, just some positivity to land this thing.
Yeah. Did you see the college football news? Ross Dellinger reported that there's been a collective kind of a agreement between like the people that make decisions or try to make and enforce rules regarding, and this is driven by Ole Miss and by Miami, are the two biggest names, of landing portal commitments outside of portal windows. This is in regards to the I can't even remember his name. the Clemson linebacker, the Cal linebacker that went to Clemson and then came to Ole Miss outside of the portal window. And it happened with Miami getting the quarterback from Duke. And it's happened several times. But it made big headlines because Dabo went on his holier than thou rant,
tirade on Ole Miss.
Yeah. So they laid out some potential punishments, and I thought it was interesting because it seems like something that they could actually enforce, because they're not enforcing it on the players but on the coaches. So like up to a 6-game suspension for coaches, head coaches.
Wow.
I don't have it in front of me, and if you don't guys know, I've got to. So I'll let Rusty.
We got an extra buck over
I got JoJo
here.
Yeah. Haley wanted to go get some lunch. They were catering some food for the teachers, Teacher Appreciation Day. Baby was asleep. She was like, I'm going to leave her here asleep, and I'm going to go get me a lunch. I was like, okay, cool. She woke up like 2 minutes after she left. And so, but y'all don't even know. Look, she's sleeping. Look, this is JoJo.
She's doing great.
Everybody gets to meet JoJo.
Yeah.
My 5th bald-headed baby. But yeah, if you want to look it up, it's Ross Dellinger that was reporting on it. There was a couple of different things that were outlined, but one of them was like up to a 6-game suspension for coaches who acquire a player out of the transfer portal after the portal window is closed.
Yeah, so it says the most significant of the concepts, penalties levied on a school and head coach for accepting a transfer outside of the portal window stands to limit any movement this spring and could spark legal challenges from players and or schools this spring and summer who wish to switch schools or recruit a player to their school. They moved from 2 portals to the single portal this January, and it says they could serve as deterrents for schools wishing to rehash their to enhance their rosters with players from other school. Here it is. Some of the potential calendar changes, but he doesn't list any of the penalties. He just says there could be penalties, but he doesn't list what they are.
Okay.
Maybe a separate. The committee relayed some of those proposed penalties later on Wednesday, including prohibiting the head coach from all football, recruiting and on-field coaching, and administrative duties through 6 games, a fine of 20% of the school's football budget, which is significant.
Yeah.
And requiring a school to reduce the number of roster spots by 5 for the next season. So some harsh penalties could be levied. And
so you, as an Ole Miss fan, I'm sure most people are going to say that this is stupid. No, it's what everybody does. You find the line, then they enact laws to keep you from crossing that line again. The rule has always been that the portal window is to enter the portal. It never said that you had to be signed and enrolled at a school by the time the portal closes. That's not been the rule. And so Ole Miss exploited that. Several other schools exploited that. And now they're having rules. And so with it being the punishment, the skin in the game, being on the coaches and the universities instead of the players, because we know that the NCAA cannot keep a player ineligible. It's impossible. They can't do it. They've never been able to do it, and they certainly can't do it now. It cannot make a player ineligible and it hold up in court. So now they've moved it on to the coaches. So we'll see what happens there. I hope that this is the start of some guardrails. 6 games seems extremely harsh. I mean, half of a season seems extremely harsh, but I'm hoping that this is the start of some guardrails to make this a legitimate business.
Yeah. And that's what's going to have to happen. Like you said, you won't get rules until you find the line. And once you find the line, then they'll set parameters and boundaries. And that's what teams like Ole Miss and Miami have been doing, is flirting with that line and making boundaries and rules. Like you got to go out, like somebody's got to go out there, be the first one out on the limb, and then you can react accordingly. And that's what this is. That's what this reaction to. But those are $20 million fines, losing 5 roster spots.
$20 million is your budget. So they set up
20% of $20 million.
Be $4 million.
That's still significant. 5 roster spots and 6 games of no administrative duties whatsoever. That's a pretty harsh penalty.
That's no practice. That's no recruiting meetings. That's nothing.
No game planning. No nothing. Like that's for 6 weeks. That's pretty stout.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here, Drew? I know you got a baby in your arm. I got work to do. Anything else you got going on?
No, I don't have anything going on. Mama Buck's here now. And so look at this. Look at this. Yeah, I will show her one more time. Yeah, that's JoJo. She's awake now. Everybody say hey to JoJo.
Yeah.
Hold on.
There we go.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Say hey. So, hey,
little thing.
yeah, David, he said his kids are 15, 11. I've got one that's 11, almost 9, 4, almost 2, and then this one. So step up your game, David.
Got the
Just
whole
because they're
gamut
15,
covered.
11 don't mean you can't have a mess more.
They came out to the watch party this past Saturday. The whole gang, the whole tribe, kids running around everywhere. It was awesome. Anytime
the Gans look like if you kick over an anthill. You know, it's just like here they come. You know, one of them's climbing a tree, the other one's chewing on a fence somewhere.
Yeah, and one of them's running across trying to jump in a bobcat back here on the backside of Grind City Brewing. Just a great time.
My 2-year-old climbed up in a lull, or one of the, if you don't know what a lull is, one of those huge forklifts with 4 tires. Yeah. He climbed up in the driver's seat and was just hanging out. I was like, I hope there's no keys in that.
I'm going to clip this and send it to Haley. King Meeks thinks you got 3 more kids.
Yeah, King Meeks thinks she's standing right here. He says we got 3 more kids in us. And it is true that we could make 3 more kids. They are inside me. Nope.
But they ain't coming. We ain't getting no more kids. Yeah.
Just for a time. There's going to be a Friday I'm out, and it's because we're having procedures done or something. I don't know.
It's because
5 is a litter. Okay.
That's a starting 5 in basketball, and that's plenty. That's plenty.
It's a starting 5 in basketball until you take into effect the height of me and their mother. And then it's like, oh, well, maybe they're starting 5 in horse racing or something.
Jockeys. You got 5 jockeys in the family.
We got 5 jockeys.
Well, hey, that's going to do it for your Thursday edition of the 2 Buck Sports Show. I am your co-host, Rusty Buckets. Got my guy, Drew Gann, here with me. We are live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central on Bluff City and Media's YouTube channel, X, Facebook. Y'all come hang out with us. Give us a like on the way out the door. If you're still here at 51 minutes, you owe us a like on the way out the door. We appreciate it. Y'all go be a friend of somebody who needs a friend. And we'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central to talk college baseball, Grizzlies basketball, and a whole bunch more. Drew, tell them why there are no refunds.
Go ahead. She's shy. Because with the $2 you always get what you pay for. Happy Thursday, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.